Bugungi darsimizda Cambridge 7 test 2 past 3 analizini ko'rib chiqamiz. Birinchi navbatda title'ni ko'rib olishimiz kerak. Maquette Integrated Rural Transport Project. Okay, list of headings. Hop, matching heading qilar ekanmiz. Section A bilan section D berilgan. Shunga e'tibor bering. Section A ketdi. Section D ketdi. D qanisan D. Ketdi. 9 bilan 6 ham ketdi. 9 ketdi, 6 ketdi. Keyin B. Hop, 4 ta variant bor bizda. 4 ta variantga bizaga 4 ta savolga 9 ta variant bor ekan. 5 ta kerak. Good luck with that people. Nima qilishni bilmayman. Undan keyin savol turlarini ko'ra olamiz. Yes no degan savollar berilgan ekan. Undan tashqari matching information. We're gonna die. Seriously, we're gonna die. O'qish kerak. Prosta o'qish kerak. O'qimasa to'g'ri bo'lmaydi. Construction of footbridges, steps and handicrafts, frequent breakdown of buses in Maquette, improvement of secondary schools and paths, isolation of Maquette for part of the year. What is wrong with this thing? Seriously, it was divided into 5 years, 5 phases. Prior to start of this, Maquette district almost inaccessible during rainy season. Phase 1 consists of survey of household expenditure transport. 1/5 of 21st of aircraft as outside the local area. Hope to improve the movement of goods from Maquette district to the country's capital. What is wrong? Wow, we're gonna die. Seriously, we're gonna die. Seriously, we're just gonna die and perish, and no one cares about us. Let's do it. B. When the project began, okay, Maquette district was virtually totally isolated during the rainy season. Okay. Bu savolga javob chiqdi. Hop, mana isolated. Prior to the start of this, Maquette district was almost inaccessible during rainy season. Mana during rainy season, totally isolated. When project began. Demak, proyekt boshlanganda. Bu degani shu proyekt boshlanishidan oldin, prior to degani oldin degani, o'sha uchun ham buni yes qilib olamiz. Yes we say. Move. Hop, keyingisiga o'tamiz. Before the region road was in such bad shape that access to the main towns was impossible for about 3 months of the year. Road traffic was extremely rare within the district. And alternative means of transport were restricted to donkeys in the northern of the district. People relied primarily on paths which were slippery and dangerous during the rains. Before a solution could be proposed, problems had to be understood. Little was known about the transport demands of the rural household, so phase 1 between this and this focused on research. Mana consists of survey of household expenditure degani o'tda qancha chiqimi ko'ramiz. Socio-economic survey of more than 400 households. District indicates that households on average 7 hours a day on transporting themselves and their goods, figure which seemed extreme but which is also the obtained service in rural areas of Africa. 7 kun? 7 soat kuniga. Wow. Interesting facts regarding transport were found on foot within locality. 80% was related to collection of water. Firewater. Oh, damn it, man. Qisqasi mana bunoda. Bu expenditure yoki not given da qisqasi. No bo'la qolsin, not given ham bo'la qolsin lekin. Chunki bu ma'lumotlarda masalan yes no questionlar bilan true false not given question juda ham o'zga bir-biridan farq qiladi. Masalan, phase 1 survey bo'lgan, lekin household expenditure bu degani qancha chiqim qilgan. Lekin o'ta chiqim haqida ma'lumot berilmagan. Chiqim haqida emas, 400 ta household bo'ldi, qancha vaqt ketkazganligi haqida ma'lumot so'ragan masalan. Demak, chiqimi haqida bo'lmaganda, o'sha uchun ham no deymiz. Menimcha no deymiz. Katta ehtimol bilan. Agar true mana qaranglar, bu qismda turli xil bo'ladi. Masalan, yes not given bo'lganda bu no bo'ladi, true false not given bo'lganda not given bo'ladi. Chunki bu fakt emas, bu fakt berilmagan, lekin odamni fikri-ku bu. Statement agrees with the claim of writer. Writerni claimlar bilan agree qilmaganligi uchun, disagree qilganligi uchun no qilamiz. Menimcha, yana bilmadim. Yana not given bo'lishi ham mumkin, bilmayman. Balki xato qilgandirman. Who cares about it? I don't know. Qisqasi bu tugadik. So concludes with 1/5, 20% of the household transport requirement is outside the local area. O'z ko'rganingizdek, mana 80% was within bu yomon xitrlik qilibdi. O'z ko'rganingizdek 80% within locality, local ichida bo'lgan ekan. 20% bu local tashqarisida bo'ladi. Endi bu naqada logichki narsada not given bo'ladi bu. Xo'p, 3 ta savolga javob topdik. 32, 33, 34 ga javobni topdik. Bitta paragraf o'qib. Yaxshi. Endi uni savoliga javob topish kerak mana. This is stupid thing. Future model. Nope. Identifying main transfer. Mana bu bo'ladi. Identifying main transfer problems bo'ladi. O'xshaydi. Chunki mana ular slipperylari berilgan, mana impossible, alternative, extremely rare, donkeys, dangerous, 7 hours. Shunaqa gaplar. Damn it, man. Yaxshi hayot emas bu. Having determined the main transport need, possible solutions were identified which might reduce the time and burden. During phase 2, number of approaches were implemented in an effort to improve mobility and access to transport. Demak, approachlarni implement qilib phase 2 da nima qilishdi? Mobility, access to transport. An improved road network was considered necessary to ensure the import and export of goods to the district. Tushunarli. These improvements were carried out using methods that were heavily dependent on labor. In addition to the improvement of roads, this method provided training to operation of a mechanical workshop, of a bus and truck services. However, the difference from the conventional approach was at this time consideration was given to local transport needs outside the road network. Most goods were transported along the paths that provide shortcuts and down the hills, but the paths were really safety risk. Made the journey on foot even more arduous. It made sense to improve fast by building steps like this. It was uncommon to find means of transport that were more efficient than walking but less technologically advanced than motor vehicles. Constrained by the high cost and the lack of available spare parts, oxen were not used at all, but donkeys were used by a few households in the northern part, focused on what would be most appropriate for the inhabitants of Maquette in terms of what was available, how much they could afford, and what they were willing to accept. After the careful consideration, chose promotion of donkeys. A donkey cost less than a bicycle. The introduction of local manufacturer will bear. Tushunarli. Qisqasi nima qilibdi? Phase o'sha muammoni, asosiy muammoni aniqlab bo'lgandan keyin paragraf section C gapiryapti. Ular o'sha mobility bilan access to transportni rivojlantirishga harakatni boshlashibdi, improved road networklarni gaplashibdi. Xo'p, ko'ramiz. Future model emas. Prime festival motorized no, government authorities no. Mana initial improvements in mobility and transport modes. Mana access to transport, mobility. Shu initial bo'ladi phase 2 da bu. Menimcha, yana bilmadim. Xo'p, qiyin-da, juda qiyin bu. Qiyin emas, strange. Xo'p. No. Qisqasi shu 5 bo'ladi. 5 bo'lsa kerak. Savoliga javobdan topib ko'raylikchi. Xo'p, hope to improve the movement of goods from Maquette to country's capital. Capital haqida ma'lumot bormi? Not given qisqasi aytdi, capital haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Mana considered necessary to ensure the import of nimaga bu green, still green. Mana improvement of road considered necessary to ensure the import of export of goods. Qisqasi aytdi goods, import export degan, lekin country's capital degan ma'lumot yo'qligi sababli shu uchun ham not given qilamiz buni. Qisqasi nima bo'ldi? Bizda yes bo'ldi, no bo'ldi, not given bo'ldi. Mana bu divide into 5 phases ni topishimiz kerak. 5 ta faza bormi o'zi? Qani input something. Mana start financial support, coordinate with the blah blah blah. Nechta fazang bor? Mana phase 2 ni ko'rdik bu qismda. Phase 2 hop phase divided into 5 phase. No, probably 2 phase o'tdi. Qisqasi no bo'la qolsin. No bo'la qolsin, chunki 2 faza bergan, mana phase 2 bergan. Phase 3 bor ekan mana qismda. O'qiymiz, ko'ramiz. Uchta fazada. Bo'ldi. Direktim. Construction of footbridges, steps and hard rails haqida ma'lumot bor. Mana aytda borda. Mana handrails, footbridges, wheeling steps. Goods. People was experienced in running bus? Nope. Is possible successful? No. Nope. Nope. Improved past use for transport and mana yeah. Our transport along the path provide shortcuts up and down the hillside. Demak o'qisunda shu narsalarni qurish safety risklarni tushirgan. Demak o'qisunda improved past use it for transport up and down hillside bo'ladi. D bo'ladi bu javob. Xo'p, qisqasi qiyin-da. Nima qilish kerak? Men bu savollarni ko'rish kerak. Men construction of footbridge, step and handrail topish kerak. Men yerda topasiz. Keyin javoblarni ko'rish kerak. Qisqasi shunaqa qiyin narsa bu. Xo'p, C ning javobini topdim. Nima qilish kerak endi? Keyingi qismni o'qish kerak. Nima edi keyingi qism? E bo'lar ekan keyingi qism. E bilan F o'qiymiz, javoblarni ikkalasini birdaniga javobini topib ketamiz. Keyin boshqa savollarga ham javob berishga harakat qilamiz. Soat 8 bo'ladi. I wanna go home, guys. I wanna go home. It would be easy to criticize M for using in the early phases top-down approach in which decisions were made by experts officials before being handed down to communities. It was necessary to start the process from the level of the government to the district. It would have been difficult to respond to the requests of villagers other ruling without support and understanding of district authorities. Tushunarli. Future model haqida ma'lumot yo'q, preference motor ma'lumot yo'q. Government authorities instruction haqida ma'lumot bor bu. Top-down bo'lgan mana. Top-down government authorities bo'lgan. Qisqasi menimcha to'g'ri bo'ladi bu. Menimcha. Ko'ramiz, yana boshqa variantlar bo'lsa topamiz. Xo'p, transport improvement no, cooperation of district officials. Authorities of the district? No. Government authorities instructions emas, but government authorities of the district. Mana, it would have been difficult to respond to the requests of villagers as rural inhabitants without the support and understanding of district authorities. Demak, support and understanding of district authorities with the cooperation of district officials bo'lar ekan. Demak, to'g'ri bo'lmaydi, men bu 10 bo'ladi qisqasi. O'zimni xatolarimni ko'rsatyapman, o'zimni xatolarimni. Balki to'g'ridir, 10 xatodir, bilmayman. Просто buni ham I'm gonna die. Improvizatsiya qilib qilyapman. Xato bo'lsa xato, to'g'ri bo'lsa to'g'ri, o'zingizning bilasizlar. Nobody in the district argues about the importance of improved paths and intensive means of transport, but this is the result of dedicated work over a long period, particularly from the officers in charge of community development. They played an essential role in raising awareness. The concept of integrated rural transport is now well established, where a major program of rural is just about to start. Will have the initiative Maketa will act as a reference for future work. Mana, Maketa district will act as a reference for future work. Mana, as a future model. Bu bir bo'lar ekan. Chunki shundan ana olgan holda, premyer olgan holda mana initiativaga yordam berar ekan, o'shadan premyer olgan holda yana ishlarni qilishar ekan. Shuning uchun ham bir bo'ldi, as a future model bo'ldi mana. Future model bu qismda future reference ni sinonim. Reference model, future work, future. Qisqacha bilan tugadi bu qism. Keyingi qismga o'tamiz. Yomon, sifatsiz videolar bo'lyapti shekilli. Following describes the aim of the reading pass 3 to suggest the policies that need in other countries. To describe what implement, how successful it was. Yep. Menimcha. Promote useful. Warning choices. I'd like to have serious. No, come on, man. Bu implement qanaqa implement qilingani haqida, qanchalik successful bo'lganligini ko'rsatish maqsadida qilingan menimcha. Shuning uchun B belgilaymiz. Yoki bo'lmasa as a country haqida ma'lumot yo'q-da. Shu bo'ldi, B bo'ladi 40. Keyingi o'tamiz. Mana shu qoldi oxiri o'zi. Shu qoldi faqatgina. Xo'p, isolation of part of the year. Tartibda ham kelmas ekanda bu ifloslar. Mana qarang, isolation bu qayoqda o'qigandik? Isolation nima? 90da o'qigandik. Mana. U 39 ga keldi. I don't know what is it. Seriously. Tartibda kelmaydi-da. Tartibda kelsa bo'ladi-ku. Hop. Was no longer a problem. Answer has been improved. Well done on a request. No. Was first considered for the no in the attempts to make existing transfer service more efficient. Maybe the most important objective of past phase 3. Isolation. Maybe this one. No longer problem once the route has been improved. Maybe. Просто men naqd qilib ishlayapman, balki iyi bo'lsa kerak. Chunki charchadim, bo'ldi. Improvement of secondary roads and paths. Improvement of secondary roads and paths. Qani secondary roads and paths? Secondary roads passni ko'rmadim hozircha. Mana. Demak, bu qismda communitylar yordam bergan ekan, rozi bo'lgan ekan. Mana was done at the request of who were willing to lend a hand. Mana was done at the request of local people. Mana request of community local people synonym willing to participate in maintenance, were willing to lend a hand degani, u yordam berish degani. O'sha uchun ham G olamiz. Keyingi o'tamiz. Frequent breakdown of buses and trucks in Makete. Qayoqdasan breakdown? Mana. Nope. Mana. Mana bu demak, mana bu iyi savolga javobni mana bu qismda topishingiz mumkin. Mana bu iyi savolga javob berilgan. Chunki mana road bo'lgandan keyin, improvement bo'lgandan keyin bu muammo to'xtadi degan ma'lumot bor. Lekin breakdown of yoqmayapti. Bus track. Topish yoqmayapti. Mana. No. Yep. Bo'ladi qisqasi. Logistika to'g'ri keldi, boshqasi to'g'ri kelmadi. Shu uchun qildim, belgiladim, hamma savolga javob berishga harakat qildim. Tushuntira olmagan bo'lsam uzr so'rayman. Keyingi darsda ko'rishguncha xayr.